Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Voter fraud. Well, a lot of people in our country are worried because every American citizen wants the right count, and that's all they want. And with us today is Linda Szynkowicz, and she runs an outfit called the Fight Voter Fraud, and I commend her for that because we want an honest count no matter what city, no matter what state we're in. Well, Linda Szynkowicz, can you give us an update on what's going on with your organization and what have you discovered?
Okay, so thank you very much for having me on. I really appreciate this. Our organization, Fight Voter Fraud, actually just launched Operation Verify Voters 2026, where basically anybody can get involved in helping out in their local community and helping us to clean the voter rolls, because that's the big thing that we really want to do is clean the voter rolls. I can tell you New York's voter rolls are a disaster, just so you know, an absolute disaster. You've got people who have passed away that are on the voter rolls. You've got people who have moved. You've got people who don't even exist that just so happens that they're on the voter rolls. You have people who have multiple voter ID numbers. So and it's not just New York. It is all over the country.
Is there any particular states more so than not? I know during the election of 2020, they pointed out that the only states that Kamala Harris won are the 17 states that have no voter ID.
Yes, that is a huge problem. And since I'm from Connecticut and I started it, 7.5 years ago because of what I found here in Connecticut, I would say Connecticut is one of the worst. And believe it or not, the second is Hawaii.
Wow.
Hawaii, even though they are a very small state, percentage-wise, they have 27,000 absentee ballots that just showed up, no postmarks or anything else, and they were put into the system, and votes were counted, and they couldn't correlate them to who actually sent them in. So there's all kinds of things that are going on all over the country, having more votes than you actually have people that are over the age of 18.
Wow.
It's insane. And Secretary of States and election officials, honestly, some of them are working at cleaning things up, but a majority are not even doing the very basic, which is canvassing every year for people who have not voted in the last 2 federal elections. So every 4 years, if someone hasn't voted, they are supposed to be contacted by your election officials to see if you actually still live there. And then if they don't get any information back, then they're on the inactive list for 4 years unless they get information. And then they're supposed to be put on the off list. The difference between off and inactive, in case people are wondering, is if you're put on the inactive list, that doesn't mean you can't vote, because you wouldn't find out until you go in to vote that you're on the inactive list. You would just need to prove it's you, and then you'd be able to vote. Being on the off list, there is no chance you would be able to vote. You would actually have to fill out an entirely new registration form. So that's the difference. So when we see deceased voters, which you guys have tons and tons of them, that are even listed as inactive, they're supposed to be off because they're dead. They're not going to come back to life unless a nefarious person decides to vote in their name, which quite frequently happens, by the way.
Well, so bottom line, because we only got about a minute left, Bottom line.
Okay.
Are we making any progress in having votes that people feel good that it's going to be an honest election?
We are making some progress. We still have a lot more to do. I mean, our president is working on getting the election integrity bill signed. The biggest thing for fraud are absentee ballots, hands down. And any state that does not, as you said earlier, require ID. We have to have ID. You have to prove that you are a U.S. citizen and that you actually live where you are voting. And that's another problem that we have, is people move and they're still registered in multiple states, and some of them have their absentee ballots forwarded to the new state. They vote in their new state, they vote in their old state, and it's a huge problem. So we are working on it. There is absolutely hope. The Department of Justice has been working on a number of things. As we know, they've been suing the states. And here's one of the misinformation that people think, that they're building a database and they're going to, have all my information, et cetera. The Department of Justice is doing a snapshot. They want to see the voter rolls to see if the states are complying with HAVA, the Help America Vote Act, and the NVRA, the National Voter Registration Act. And I can tell you, they're not.
Understood.
That's what they're doing.
Well, will you keep us informed as the months go by? Because it's, it's only, 8 months left for the election.
I know, and that's why if people want to get involved, go to our website, fightvoterfraud.org, and fill out the form for Operation Verify Voters 2026, and we will train you on what you can do, even from your own home, to help your community clean the voter rolls. But thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.